The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Redwoods and the Mounties, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us north of the border in the historic French-Canadian city of Montreal, Quebec. But tonight we've got a preseason matchup as it'll be the Redwoods of Portland taking on the Mounties of Montreal. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Back to throw here. He finds his man, Pollard. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And they bring their punter out there now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They're going to look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go in the books as a... He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. It's a loss.
always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And on now is the punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And they'll begin by running the option. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fowler. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On 1st down, Finch, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
He'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
3rd and 9 here.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this is taken at the 23. Ooh, with a juke.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now the Montreal offense ready to take over now. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Finch.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Looking to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
They'll look to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. From the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now a handoff up the middle. Blackwell. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he'll get this to the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first three drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Fowler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 29, here's 2nd and a couple.
Up the middle they go. 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fowler. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Finch. A beautiful fake. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That good for 19 of a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll set up to throw.
This pass complete to Pollard on the out route.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
They'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And it's 3-0 here in the second quarter.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
He finds his man, Pollard.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. In trouble, and he's taken down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll throw now on the final play. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend, and then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive, something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times, and maybe...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And a huge play that time. 52 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On 2nd down, Finch. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this 3rd quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the 2nd half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the 3rd quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I
would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd down now, Blackwell. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Blackwell. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They run the counter. Blackwell. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion for us there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Now the Montreal offense ready to take over now.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. They find some open field here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up second down. Back to throw again.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
That is caught. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 21 yards there on third down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. In motion left goes a tight end. On play action, they'll throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They'll start the drive with Wilson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Blackwell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man, complete. That's Mills. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 5. Slant pass, Pollard brings it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Blackwell dances by him, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. A throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, Glenn. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So nothing doing there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. This one across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Lawson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. On the ground, the drive starts with Wilson.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Back to throw. Glenn.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Yes, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback.
And the ball is knocked out.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And this is one of the dangers of letting your quarterback run the football. Now, look, he goes through ball security drills just like a running back does. But most of the time, the quarterback swings the ball away from his body. And in traffic, sometimes they forget to protect it.
Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Throwing to start the drive. Lawson over the middle. It's complete.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Lawson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now this series could very well determine our outcome.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Complete. That's Gardner. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down. Glenn.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
And on 4th down, it's the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Now the Montreal offense ready to take over now. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Throwing again. Lawson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Curtis. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Lawson. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play.
Pressure comes and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Glenn. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Off play action. Lawson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. It'll be a gain of 5 and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Lawson.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down. Lawson. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawson.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, and that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gardner. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times, nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now as to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Man, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle.
And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. The dramatic score to tie it, and now they just need the PAT to get the lead late fourth quarter.
So much for the touchdown maker. It's all about the extra point attempter. And I can't wait to see how this one turns out.
So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. That time a 9-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down 10-9, 25 seconds remaining. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Curtis.
And he'll wind up getting about 8, but the clock will run. Also, don't forget, it's now 3rd down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be stopped after a very short gain, and now you're looking at 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Here's 1st down.
Back to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.